The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll get to sports in a second, but kind of a debut here is Roker Jr. He was talking about going to high school with R. Kelly back in the day at Kenwood High School, how he didn't show up for class, but he did show up to sing.
He did show up to sing.
You know what? If you have a skill, you know.
That's right.
Show it off at the basketball assembly.
He was applying himself. What more do you want
That's
from a
right.
kid?
He applied himself in other ways later.
Oh, God.
Sorry. What a scumbag.
Too soon.
What a scumbag. But also what relates, so Roker talked about in the old days, they had these radio awards in the city that benefited the March of Dimes. It was a very good charitable thing to do. And somehow you got nominated for an award for this song of I Believe I Could Fry.
Yes. Yes.
So this is Roker Jr. singing. I'm not sure how edgy this gets when we play this because I haven't heard the whole thing. But should I go ahead and play it?
I'm sure it's safe. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're only here
I'm only here for 2 more days.
Yeah,
So
who cares?
I think we're going to be too happy.
I used to sing the young girls all my songs.
Good singing, Roker.
Thank you. Take them to my room and get it on.
Oh, my God.
But now they got the porno tape I made. Shows me with a chick that's underage.
Oh, my God.
Young ones are easy. There's nothing to it. Why did I have to film it? I am so stupid.
I forgot that's how he got busted eventually.
So I claim it's another guy. Cause in prison they make perverts pay.
Friday saying
And they'll turn me gay. Yep, aren't you proud?
I want to say it's an honor to have you here this week. Roker. Let's get to sports.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, well, everybody's been kind of waiting. I know the Super Bowl now feels like it was, last year, but of Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid on the sideline during the Super Bowl became the viral moment of that event. And they mic up for that game. So all kinds of mic'd up moments have happened, like the glorious moment between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift after the game that was so nice. But that audio is not being released, and I believe the Chiefs have blocked it from being released all the way through. Because there's a mic'd up show on NFL Network. They actually play everything. It's really cool.
Right,
I love it. There's actually a mic'd up Instagram page I follow that's awesome because you get all that stuff. I don't follow Instagram models, despite popular belief. I follow NFL mic'd up on Instagram.
Are they just grunting the entire time?
Well, no. That's all the conversation, the trash talking.
Right, yeah. Like, you ever seen the Lawrence, you know who Lawrence Taylor is?
Yes, yeah.
There's like, you better hope I don't get back in there. I'm going to kick your ass. You ever hear that one?
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Well, that's the famous, of course, the more cleaner one he did was like, we're going out like a bunch of crazed dogs.
Like this kind of party. That was Singletary.
Oh, the mic, just to see a player without having a filter, even though they know they got a mic on them.
You forget after 5 seconds.
Well, yeah. Did you play football in high school?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't.
I was wondering how you knew they forget.
No, I'm just saying, when there's a camera on you, because you forget, because we used to film the show. And it's like, after 5 seconds, you forget there's a camera on you, you're mic'd up, all that stuff.
I would die.
Does this thing work?
Yeah,
you're on.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
But Travis Kelce, they'll never come out, according to, people that are in the know, that the Chiefs blocked it from coming out, which is very hard to do because the NFL wants to release all that stuff because it gets ratings and, people want the inside view of what's going on. And what Travis Kelce said, I can't believe what he really said. Like Romo, when he did it, Tony Romo said, see, that's Travis Kelce asking to get put back in the game.
Something like that, I bet, yeah.
But I'm sure it was like, you piece of garbage. If you ever take me out of a game again, I'll kill you.
If I was the Chiefs, I would do everything in my power to not have that released. Travis Kelce is likable. He's America's sweetheart.
He is right now. And also, you know what? I bet Taylor Swift's people blocked it.
Yes. He comes across
there you go.
He comes across like a maniac in that video clip.
When do you think Taylor Swift came in and said, I'll break you off $1 million just to make sure it doesn't happen? She has that in her pocket. You talked about Roker having $100 in his pocket.
But every time Travis Kelce gets a microphone in front of his face when he gets on stage, he goes berserk. He starts screaming. He gets all street.
Yeah. He does.
He's like a Jekyll and Hyde.
Here's this beautiful moment with Taylor Swift afterward. They released this mic'd up, right?
Thank you for coming, baby.
I cannot believe that.
Thank you.
I can't believe you.
Thank you for the support.
How did you
Thank
do
you for
that?
coming. Thank you for making it across halfway across the world. You're the best, baby.
Oh my God.
The absolute best. Was it electric?
It was unbelievable.
So he has a podcast with his brother called the New Heights Podcast. That's like one of the, because of Taylor Swift, it's like a high-rated podcast.
Yeah, right.
And I listened to that episode after the Super Bowl, and they both used the word electric, Jason and Travis, about 500 times. Oh, that game was electric. Oh, that play was electric. Wasn't it electric? Was the after party electric? Vegas was electric.
Oh, man.
And
It's electric.
And I like them, actually. I like both of them, and I think they're great. It's just, they're comedic, and it's funny. But the thing is, you ever learn that new word and you can't stop saying it?
I know, right? That's exactly what happened there.
Because I don't think I've never heard him use the word electric before. And all of a sudden, it's electric. Everything's like, I wish I was that cool that I could just say, like, Roker was on this morning, man, it was electric.
It goes viral.
If I went home and said that to Megan when I go home from work, and they're like, yeah, Roker was electric today.
And she'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you talking like that?
You douchebag. That's what she would say. So we'll never hear that audio, apparently, unless somebody releases it somehow, one of those camera guys, maybe.
It'll be TMZ or something. We'll get a hold of it.
It's hard to keep everything down today. Somehow it gets out. Interesting news with the Chicago Fire. So we don't have, Bulls and Blackhawks are both off right now, but Bulls return tomorrow, Blackhawks tonight. But the Chicago Fire and Carvana, or is it Carvana?
Carvana, I think. Yeah.
Carvana, yes.
They've unveiled the Return the Red kit during an event. So basically, the Chicago Fire are going to have Carvana right across their chests on their uniforms as a sponsor, as an endorsement. Like NBA has endorsement deals, and the NFL doesn't, but the NBA does, and
MLB does now.
Do they now?
Yeah, it's grinding my gears quite a bit, actually.
Oh,
But
boy.
it's much more prevalent in soccer. And so they've just, it's more of a Carvana jersey than it is a Fire jersey. The Carvana sponsorship is twice as big.
Right, it's bigger than the word
as the
Fire,
logo.
probably, yeah.
And they had kind of a good 6 months with Messi coming in and setting a record at Soldier Field for it, even though Messi
And he didn't even show. He wasn't even there.
All those people got ripped off and bought those tickets, and he didn't play. He didn't even show up.
No.
He was hurt. What's he going to do, sit on the sideline?
No, you could hop on the plane. You could come and
come on
watch.
Yeah, go get an Italian beef, wave to the crowd, and
That's right.
go back to Miami.
Messi is Messi because he doesn't eat Italian beef.
Well-
that's the biggest difference between you and him.
Well, then he should pay all those people back who came to Soldier Field to see the game. He wasn't there, even to wave.
I think the Fire gave like mass refunds or at least a discount on future tickets. The Fire
they
took
did
care
do
of
something like that,
The
yeah.
Fire took care of their fans.
Good for the Fire. Interesting, though, why they picked Carvana as a sponsor, because the state was after him for illegal activities.
Yeah, they
and
got
They
sued by the
shut him
state.
down twice last year.
like, I've still seen those car towers and like on Naperville.
Those are real things.
Yeah, but are they still in business? Because I thought the state said you guys are breaking rules and regulations. Twice they've knocked them down, like you said.
They're back in business.
Yeah, the issue between the state and Carvana was settled. It was settled around this time last year. But I'm dying to know who from Carvana was like, all right, guys, bad PR in the state of Illinois. Let's put our heads together, come up with something. Let's sponsor the Chicago Fire.
Yeah, don't think too big.
Yeah. Cubs are off limits.
Yeah,
White Sox
right.
off limits.
Yeah, the budget's. This is the budget. This is all we got. We're not going higher than this budget. Okay, put them on the Fire uniforms. Make it bigger than the Chicago Fire logo. So look for those uniforms coming soon.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's time for Clash with Kenzie and Al Roker Jr. filling in. Boy, he was so calm, cool, collected, smart, all these things in trivia yesterday. So if you're coming in, bring your A game for the Salt Shed for Cold War kids. This is an amazing package. So not only do you go to the show, you can go to the sound check and see how they make the songs. Sound check, sometimes you see like the guitar player yelling at the bass player, like, dude, come on, man. That sucked. Are you going to be good for Showtime? You see that stuff. It's really cool. I love sound checks. And then also, you'll meet the band. How about that? Cold War Kids, 312-591-8300. Call right now to compete against Roker in trivia. Now, it's one more day in. How do you feel today about it?
Probably going to be an offer
Do you think
for
so?
me. Well, who knows?
It was so easy yesterday for you. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I told Kay stop the questions. You're too easy.
Okay.
So 312-591-8300. Call right now to compete.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
And filling in admirably for Kenzie, who's on maternity leave, taking care of that baby. God bless the baby. Is Roker Jr., who's been here all week. And boy, just breezed through trivia yesterday. It was embarrassing how easy it was for him. So questions, I believe, have been upped. Is that right, Case?
We'll see. Roker's a smart guy. I made the questions harder. They might not be hard to him.
Huh.
Problem is when you got a dumb guy that writes the questions.
Well,
You know.
hit the ding, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, let's see what happens with Maria here, checking in from Tinley Park. Maria, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. I am a para educator in a grade school. So it's from kindergarten through 5th grade, and I work with special ed students.
Okay.
And then on Thursdays, I am a grand juror downtown.
What does that mean?
That's I get to indict people.
What an honor.
So you are part of different grand juries?
Just Thursdays.
But I mean, you're the same person does that continuously? That's a job?
Yes, but it's not one case. It's several cases a day, different cases every Thursday. And that's going on for a year and a half. I'm about a year into it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I got picked for this thing, and so you just got to do it.
How much you make for that?
$50.
Each week?
So it's like jury duty.
Yeah, $50 a week you make?
Yes, it's jury duty, but it's grand jury duty.
Ah, see, yeah.
Why do you say it like that, Ro?
$100,000 bar. You know, it's a grand jury.
It's grand jury.
That's
We just
amazing.
indict people. That's it. We
That's
just
interesting.
indict.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. It could be terrifying,
sometimes it
too.
is.
Yeah, the people you face and you have to, go against them. It's a little terrifying, possibly.
It is sometimes, yeah.
All right, Maria, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Roker gets one wrong, he can steal a point. He can do the same with you. Call heads or tails. 1, 2, 3, go.
Tails.
It is tails. Maria.
Yay!
Yay, Maria. Question number 1, Maria. How many teeth does the adult human have?
32?
32 is right.
Wow.
Roker, you're in for it, dude.
Yeah.
Roker, what temperature does water boil?
212?
That's, jeez. Kenwood High School alum proud. R. Kelly and Roker.
One and the same.
Damn.
I went to class.
All right, Maria, how many phases does the moon have? How many phases?
4?
Not 4. Roker?
That would have been my answer.
Okay. Give me a new one.
3?
No. 8 phases of the moon.
Ah.
It's a lot. Think of the sky. It goes all different. Starts like this real thin slice, and then it gets bigger like a Portillo's cake kind of piece.
Gotcha.
Gets bigger and bigger.
It's the first question Roker's missed in a day and a half now of
Unbelievable.
trivia. Yeah, well, the streak had to come to an end at some point, but it's back to him.
Pour one out.
Yep.
Roker, what animal is considered to be the symbol of America?
Eagle.
It is the bald eagle. Yes, it is. Probably, it should still be the bald eagle. Should we change it up?
To what, a liger?
Something scarier, yeah.
Bald eagles are terrifying. I don't know what you're talking about.
The wolves I saw on my street the other day should be the symbol
That's
of
right.
America.
It should be the Uptown Wolves.
That sounds like a great band.
It does.
All right.
2-1 back to Maria.
Maria, who played the character of Tony Montana in the 83 film Scarface?
James Gandolfini.
James Gandolfini did not play Tony Montana, but that would have been amazing. Roker?
My wife
Sorry,
thinks
I
it's...
thought you were
Don't say don't say it. You already gave your answer.
My wife thinks it's the worst movie ever made.
Is that right?
And it's awesome.
You know what's funny, before you give your answer, because I know you know the answer to this. My wife had never seen The Godfather over Christmas one day, and we're just watching it on TNT. And she said to me, when does Tony Montana show up? And I'm like, he comes later in the movie. All right, Roker, give it to me.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino played. You were thinking of The Sopranos, Maria.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I got too excited.
Yeah, it's an exciting game. Is it back to Maria?
It's back to Roker. It's 3-1 back to Roker.
Roker, the fashion designer associated with the phrase, that's hot.
Paris Hilton?
Paris Hilton's right. God, that show
She's
was great.
a fashion designer?
Well, that's what I tried to trick you with the question. Well, what else would you describe her as? Socialite?
Just Paris Hilton.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
She's a DJ, apparently. She goes like a Coachella.
Who isn't?
She goes to Coachella and pushes a button.
Yeah.
And gets paid $1 million.
It's funny how people think DJs actually do that live. You know, they just push a button and they pretend.
Yep.
You know? Okay.
4-1, back to Maria.
Maria, which hormone is responsible for regulating blood sugar levels?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, no, you're going to Google it if I repeat it, huh?
Repeat the question. She's good.
Okay, she's a good person.
What gland?
Which hormone is responsible for regulating blood sugar levels? What'd you say?
Sugar levels. The
3,
She's
2,
trying to look it up.
thyroid.
1. Oh, yeah. Roker for the win?
Pancreas.
No. The hormone is insulin.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Guess it
You
is a
were
hormone.
so confident.
I'm diabetic. I should have known that. I just took some like 2 hours ago.
Wait, you just took a bite of your pancreas there? Got that go. That's not working, Roker. Oh, my God.
All right.
Can you get access to that Ozempic?
My doctor won't give it to me.
Why not?
Says I don't need it.
Well, you look great.
I
You
tried.
look great to me. I just want to get some of that stuff. The good. Drop 20 pounds like a day.
There you go.
Let's see here. Back to
Roker, 4-1. He can win with a correct answer.
Wow. Roker, who was the 44th president of the United States? 44th?
Barack?
It was Barack Obama. Roker's former neighbor in Hyde Park.
That's right.
There you go. So Roker wins, Maria. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But you know what?
Can I still have the ticket?
Oh, don't be asking me like that. Wait till I say. Wait till I say I'm going to give them to you.
Act shocked. We'll give you a second to act shocked.
Yeah, hold on. Compose yourself. We'll start over.
Okay.
Great. You're such a
Three,
good.
and 1.
You're such a good person for what you do as a teacher and as a grand juror. And so we're going to go ahead and give you the tickets anyway.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so excited.
That was very good.
You guys are the best.
That was a very good redo. I like that. Yeah, there we go.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, for everybody else, remember coming up at 8 o'clock, Pearl Jam tickets at Wrigley Field. Just listen. It's super easy. 8 o'clock, Pearl Jam, Wrigley Field with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and coming up 25 minutes away from 8 a.m., that'll be those Pearl Jam tickets for Wrigley Field. We broke the song Dark Matter. We broke the news of Wrigley Field, first time in almost 6 years playing there. The United Center shows last year were outstanding. It's funny how some of these bands get better, and they were really, I swear I've seen Pearl Jam, 10 times, and it was one of the best shows I ever saw. So Wrigley Field coming back will be incredible. Maybe this woman will fly in for the show there coming up in August. A woman got on a flight in Nashville to California, and you think about everything you got to do to fly. It sucks. Flying just...
Oh, it does.
I mean, my mom lives in Nashville now, my brother, and I drive there. It's about 7 hours because it's only an hour flight. But by the time I go to O'Hare and take the train, get off everything, it's about 6 hours.
Right, yeah,
So I'd rather have
exactly.
my car down there at least. And it gets delayed every freaking time.
You got to do the TSA pre, though, at least.
So I just got, for the first time in my life, global entry and TSA pre-check.
Okay.
I had to go to an office in the south side.
Yeah,
that
right.
I thought I was basically running for president, the clearance they did on that.
Go to get your fake IDs.
I mean, they had guys with, like, machine guns at the door. I go, I just want to get on the flight and not take off my shoes.
Well, I say this with love to you. I've never flown with you. You're a great guy, salt of the earth, et cetera, et
geez.
cetera.
Here it comes.
Yep.
You seem so unpleasant to travel with. I can only imagine the stress level of you going through O'Hare.
Flying, yes. Driving, I'm chill.
No, of
I'm
course.
good.
No, you don't have road rage or anything. I haven't seen it every day of my life.
We
Okay.
had road rage for years.
That's right. My afternoon commercial-free hour, the Sludge Nation, that old show, Road Rage it's very factual. Okay, here we go. So this woman got on a flight in Nashville to California, through an unmanned gate without a boarding pass and got on the flight and flew. So you think about all the problems you have trying to get anywhere, and this woman just went, and got on a flight. All this security, 9/11 can't happen again. This woman just walked right on the flight and flew to California. And, of course, American Airlines apologizes for the mishap and how it happened. Just one of those weird little glitches, and she got through. And, well, there you go. But it made me think of things when this happens of, where did you get into that you shouldn't have gotten into? You sat there for a second and you're like, boy, I can't believe I'm here. Like, for example, this doesn't age well.
Oh, boy. So you and R. Kelly were somewhere. Is that where this starts?
It's going to, because I just mentioned 9/11. But
what do you got for me?
I was at a House of Blues show, okay? And if you've ever been in the House of Blues, you know they have those opera boxes. You can look up and see things there. And I ended up in an opera box. Stained was playing, by the way.
Hell yes.
Don't know why he was there. Rudy Giuliani was there.
I was there that night. I got a picture with Rudy Giuliani.
Okay.
In the foundation room.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I got a picture with him too. So back then it was a good picture to get.
It was right. Now not so much.
It just didn't age well at all.
Yeah.
And I remember, what the hell is going on? And I remember, can I have a picture? And this is before someone just took a camera and I grabbed it and did probably a selfie for the first time ever, and then went away. And so I said, "Is this your camera? But I got to get that picture. I don't know who you are." And I got the picture at home. I don't have it on me.
Is it framed?
It's not framed.
It's at your bedside table.
If I can find the picture, I'll put it up later on our Facebook page.
Please do.
Because it's a gem. And you were there too, Roker?
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was. You're like, Stained at the House of... I'm going, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all things, he must have been in town for something else. They go, look, we got to take Rudy out somewhere. Why don't you show him the House of Blues, Chicago?
Love Stained.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So I want to ask you this question at 312-591-8300. Where did you get into that you shouldn't have been to? I shouldn't have been in a box with Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, it's easy. College.
Oh, yeah. Columbia College, though, Roker?
Oh, I think I filled out an index card and they took me. Yeah. Literally.
It's an open border process there. They just funnel you through. They just want bodies in the school.
Yeah. You and Case, Columbia College graduates, proud.
Yeah. That's a good point, because I was really dumb in high school. I had like a 2.4 GPA, and they're like, "Hell, come on through, brother." And now I'm here. It all led to this.
There you go.
He has a degree in comedy writing, Case does.
That's right.
Here he is on the show. So check in, 312-591-8300. Where were you? And you kind of look around and go, boy, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't have got in here.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
About 12 minutes away from 8 a.m. We have Pearl Jam tickets at Wrigley for you, 8 a.m. Plus, Al Roker Jr. here, filling in for Kenzie while she's on maternity leave. And we're talking about this woman that walked onto an American Airlines flight in Nashville to go to California through an unmanned gate with no ticket. And just got on the plane and sat down. That sounds so impossible because the way they ask so many things, if you sit in the wrong seat, they know you're in the wrong seat.
Oh, it's brutal, yeah.
Yeah. So flying sucks. I mean, but hey, she got hers, I guess. I don't know. We're asking you, where did you get into that you shouldn't have? And Anna's checking in from Chicago. Anna, what's up? Ahoy.
Ahoy, fellas. How y'all doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
So a couple years back, in the early days of the nights we stole Christmas, I walked very confidently into the Aragon with my mom and one of my friends, and we just blew past security and went into Vance Joy's soundcheck.
Oh.
Nobody stopped us. Nobody questioned us. And then they were forming a group to go to the meet and greet for Walk the Moon. We followed that, too. We got pictures with the band, got to talk to them. And then my mom was hanging out with someone at the bar who took her up to meet Vance Joy, too, at his meet and greet.
What? Well, we really want a tight ship around
Wow,
here.
yeah, tell me. I still couldn't get in. I'm at the Al Roker Jr. Roker. Nope, not here.
Not on the list.
Nope.
Not
No,
there.
they don't check IDs there.
Wait, so you walked into the Aragon with the metal detector stuff? You just walked around them, or what'd you do?
Well, so we walked in, we went through security, no problem, but then we were going to the upstairs part, and one security guard was like, "Hey, where are you going?" And we're like, "Oh, we got to go upstairs." And he said, "Okay."
I've always said this. Half a life is acting like you're supposed to be there.
If you act like you're supposed to be there, you can get away with murder.
I'm not telling people to
Full
do this.
confidence.
I'm not telling people to do this. Thank you so much for checking in.
My father used to tell me that when I was young. He was referring to the projects, but it works with everything. Act like you're supposed to be there.
Beth is checking in from St. Charles. Beth, what's up?
Hi, ahoy.
Ahoy. So where did you get into that you shouldn't have been there? Once you got there, you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah, in the abandoned Dwight Correctional Facility.
Oh, wait a minute. So you just...
Well, why would be the first question.
So my son does abandoned photography, and this was about 5 years ago. So he was only like 15, and then my 12-year-old was with, and he knew how to get in. So we crawled through the chain link fence and explored the whole prison and it's abandoned. So we were the only ones in there. It was really scary. All the cells were open, so we got to go in the cells and the hospital wing. Yeah.
You broke into prison with your children.
Yep.
Yes.
And Roker, they did that for fun.
For fun, yes, exactly. See the things that white people do? They go to prison for fun.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Cold War Kids, we just gave away passes for their show at the Salt Shed Friday and the sound check party, and you'll meet the band. We'll have it again tomorrow at 7:10. Make sure you're here in Clash with Kenzie, where Roker doing trivia. So be here for that for sure. We'll have that again for you. But right now we're talking about this woman that walked onto an American Airlines plane without a ticket and went through an unmanned gate. No one stopped her. She got on the flight and left, went to California from Nashville. Pretty stellar move here. Also, I want to remind you, Pearl Jam tickets in about 5 minutes here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. But we're talking about places that you got into that you shouldn't have. And you kind of look around and go, how'd I end up here? A lot of people checking in with band stuff, but Luke's got something different in Morton Grove. Luke, ahoy, what's going on?
Ahoy.
Okay, so what was yours?
I don't want to date myself, but back in the early 90s, my uncle calls me. He works at a private country club, and he was like, guess who just teed off? And I'm like, who? And he's like, Jordan's here with Kevin McHale and Danny Ainge and a couple other guys. So I was like, you're kidding me. And he's like, I'm like, what time? He's like, he just teed off. So I'm looking at their golf course layout. I figure out which hole doesn't have a fence, and I grab my sister, and I'm like, we got to go. I want to meet him. I want to get his autograph. So we snuck through this hole in the fence, and I'm waiting at the next tee, and we see him drive up with, a caddy, the members, and there's Kevin McHale and Danny Ainge. And I loved both of them, too. Huge basketball fan. And he looks at us, and I'm like, I'm just here to get an autograph. And he's like, and he just kind of smiled. And, it was early 90s, so nobody was really bothering him that much. But he took off his guest tag from the golf course and autographed it and gave it to me. And then Kevin McHale looked at me and said, I bet you don't want our autograph. And I said, sorry. Even though I was a huge Bulls fan, I have both of them. And I'm like, I can't. Kevin McHale's turnaround jump shot was so sweet. I'm like, I can't do this to Jordan. I got to just show my pride for him. And I just took the one, and I'm like, thank you, guys. And we turned around and ran.
Good, that's a good story.
Wow. You're so lucky you didn't get tased by somebody.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, back in the day. I have two Kevin McHale stories, by the way, that relate to what you're talking about. First off, his turnaround jumper was gifted. When I was at Bobby Knight basketball camp, I got my ass kicked for a week. I mean, literally, it was the best players in the country, and somehow I bought my way in, like $150. I bought my way into the camp. And when Bobby Knight, I made one shot the whole week. It was a turnaround jumper from the top of the key, and Bobby Knight walked by and said, McHale. He thought I looked like Kevin McHale. Also bumped into Kevin McHale at Rinaldi's Pizza on Lincoln when the NBA they used to do that pre-training where a lot of the guys in college, but before the NBA would come here to Chicago and play at the United States.
Almost like the NFL does with
like a combine.
Combine, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do that, but they did it back in the day. And I saw Kevin McHale because he's like 7 feet tall and Rinaldi's Pizza hitting the roof. And I go, hey, man, my dad loves the Celtics, and he loves you guys. Can I get an autograph? And he signed a bar napkin for my dad. Happy Father's Day, Larry. It was really sweet.
Cool.
And then I turned and walked away, and I kind of went, I should get one for me, too. So I turned around, and I went back to him, and I said, hey, Kevin, can I get an autograph for me too? And he grabbed my wrist and then he slapped my back. Like, I mean, that's why I have back problems today, I'm convinced. I herniated my disc, and he went, sorry, pal, one per customer.
Wow.
Because he was in the right. He didn't want a whole line filling up having pizza and beer.
Right.
But I swear he broke my disc in my back when he slapped it. Bet you didn't expect 2 Kevin McHale stories this morning, did you?
No, it's not on my bingo card today. Nope.
All right, there you go. Listen, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Al Roker filling in. Jenny's checking in as well. Places, we got time for one more here, I think. The places you got into that you shouldn't have. We have this up on Facebook, too, so if you have a story you're trying to get through, please put it up on our Facebook page. Jenny, what's going on?
Hey, how are you guys? Good morning.
Excellent.
So, probably about 20 years ago, me and my girlfriend were infatuated with Nickelback, and we went to see them in Milwaukee, and we had crappy seats, but we enjoyed it. We went back to our cars after the show, and I see this gate with buses behind it. I'm like, we need to get back there. And so pretty much make a long story short, we're sitting there waiting, and the girl at the gate, she's like, you can't come back here. I'm like, yes, I can because I'm parked right over there. She opens the gate, lets us right in. And I walk up to the bus, and Chad Kroeger, the singer for Nickelback, walks right out. And he's like, hi, nice to meet you. He's very cool, very nice.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he's like, well, we're staying here. We're having an after party on the stage that they just played on. Do you want to hang out? I'm like, yes. So we hung out with them and Hinder and some other band I don't remember afterwards.
I bet it was like Breaking Benjamin. I think I remember that tour.
Yes. I screamed so much on the way home, an hour drive home, that I lost my voice for like a week.
Oh.
So we were so excited.
So Chad Kroeger didn't say, hey, do you want a photograph?
No, oh my God. What's funny that you say that, though, he had the T-shirt on that he wore in the video, which I'm like,
hey, I'd be wearing that, too. I mean, Chad Kroeger, come on now.
Ew. Oh, my God.
Just bring back memories for you, girl?
Yeah, oh my God, so fun. I have lots of memories, but yes, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, talk about global warming. Nickelback is back and Creed is back.
Godzilla will be coming out of the lake pretty soon. That's right.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.